Hello, lovely viewers. I'm Julia. Thanks for stopping by my channel and joining me for this 25-minute intermediate Pilates mat workout. Let's begin this class with a nice side stretch. Reach your arms overhead, grab your left wrist, and pull yourself into a deep side bend. Come back up through center, switch wrists, and take it over to the second side. Let's come into the first side once again. This time soften the knees to deepen the stretch. Switch wrists through center, and same thing to the second side. Let's come into the first side bend one more time. Soften the knees to deepen the stretch, and add in a twist of your shoulders down towards the floor. Rounding the spine, bring your arms forward, and take your time to wave up to standing through the spine. Switch wrists, let's take it over to the second side. Soften the knees, shoulders twist down to the floor, and rounding through the spine, reach the arms forward. Wave it up, one vertebra at a time. Release your hands, step a little wider with your feet, and come into a little bit of turnout. We're going to come down into a deep plie. Inhale, straighten the legs, and exhale, bend the knees. Try to bring your hips all the way down to the level of your knees each time you bend. Good. Let's add a heel lift on the right foot and switch to the left. Continue alternating heels and try to deepen the bend of your knees. We're going to keep the left heel lifted and come into some small pulses, deepening your position. Switch it over to the right heel. Take a breath to recover. Set your fingertips behind your head and come back into your deep plie. Let's begin some side tilts from the waist. This is where we start to say hello to our obliques. Think of tapping each knee with your elbows as you bend side to side. Well done. Recover, step to one end of your mat, and find a parallel hip-width apart position. Press your arms back to inhale, and take a deep chair pose to exhale. Let's do a couple more so you can find your deepest bend of the knees and ankle joints. Stay in your deepest chair pose and start to add in some small pulses, halfway up and all the way down. Hold on to your deepest chair pose here, and let's add in some arms. Inhale, pull the elbows behind you. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, pull, and exhale, reach. Nice work. Stand up, bring the fingertips behind your head, and we take this into our standing crisscross. Try to twist on the axis of your spine here, rather than tilting the chest forward to meet your knees. We are warming up our psoas here, so think knees lifting to chest. Set your feet down. Inhale the arms up to the ceiling And dive forward all the way down to your mat to exhale. Walk yourself out to your full plank position. Lift up through the shoulders and engage your glutes and quads. When you're ready, begin to shift forward and back. You should feel a nice lengthening through the back of your calves and ankles here. We're going to hold your shift back and transition to marching the legs. One knee forward at a time. Think of tapping your knees all the way to your elbows. We're going to keep these marches going and start to tap each knee to the opposite elbow, adding in a small twist. The challenge here is to not sink through the shoulders. Good job. Shift back through your downward dog. Rise up onto the toes and allow the knees to come all the way down to your mat. Let's inhale directly to your cow back, looking up. Exhale to cat back. See your belly button. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and see your navel. Just a couple more to release through the shoulders and find some articulation through your spine. Hold on to your last cat back. Sit back for a breath into child's pose just to recenter. When you feel ready, come all the way down, lying on your front on your mat. Set your toes to the corners of the mat and bring your arms to a goalpost position. We're going to come into some chest lifts. See the horizon as you lift your chest and lower halfway. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Try to keep the shoulders pressing down so you're using your upper back muscles for the chest lift. Stay lifted in your highest position. Take the fingertips behind the head and start to again side bend from the waist. Think of reaching towards your hips with your elbows. Lift up a little bit higher through center before you set the hands down underneath your shoulders to lower. Come through your chest lift and continue all the way to your swan position. Parallel elbows will take you back down. Let's inhale eyes, chest, ribs, scoop the belly. Exhale to lower down. Come into your highest, best swan position. Pause to tuck your toes and lift your thighs off the floor. Take a breath in your up stretch and exhale back into your downward dog. Rise high up onto your toes and lower the knees all the way down to the floor. Let's give our arms and shoulders a small break. Stay standing on your knees and extend your left leg out to the side. Fingertips come behind your head and your tail tucks slightly. Inhale, find your diagonal top of the head to your extended foot. And every time you recover, recruit your abdominals. Inhale to lean. Exhale, recover. Come into that long diagonal and let's add a twist, shoulders down to the floor. Unwind. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. Just a couple more to find your best range of motion. Let's combine those two movements. Inhale to your side lean and twist. Exhale, unwind and recover. Inhale, first half. And exhale, second half. Let's see if you can deepen your movement for just a couple more. Stay in your diagonal. Open the arms to the letter T. Tap the floor to inhale and pulse up to the ceiling. Exhale. Little tap and pulse. Inhale, tap Exhale, pulse. Try to challenge yourself to tap as far away from your bottom knee as you can here. Come into a well-deserved side bend by cartwheeling the arms. Exhale, round through the spine as you circle your top arm forward. Set this hand on the floor, come into your modified side plank and bring your top hand to your top hip. Exhale, begin to lift your extended leg. If possible, lift your leg above hip level without collapsing through your bottom shoulder. We'll stay up with this top leg. Take your hand behind your head. Inhale, reach the leg back behind you. Exhale, knee to chest. One more repetition. And set this top leg down. Transition to your full side plank. Take a little hip dip. Exhale to lift. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lift. Keep talking to your bottom shoulder. Keep pressing it down. We'll stay lifted and start to add a twist. Look up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread underneath. Inhale, twist open. And slightly pike the hips, twist close. Just a couple more. We'll transition through your center or front plank. Exhale to your downward dog. Rise up onto your toes and lower the knees to the floor. Take a breather in child's pose. Of course, you know we've got to do all of that on the second side. So when you're ready, take yourself back up to standing on your knees and extend your right leg out to the side this time. Right leg out to the side, fingertips behind your head. Let's come into your first side lean. Try to find your diagonal top of the head to your extended foot and see if you can go a little bit further with each repetition. Let's add in your twists. See the floor as you exhale. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. Let's go for a couple more. Find your best range of motion here. And let's begin to combine both movements. We inhale, side bend, twist, unwind, recover. Keep going. And let's try to keep a small tuck of the tail throughout this whole journey to protect your low back. Last time. Stay in your diagonal lean. Open the arms to the letter T and let's begin to tap and lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Challenge yourself to tap as far away from your bottom knee as you can. I know you're feeling your obliques right about now. Cartwheel yourself into your well-deserved side stretch. Exhale, circle the top arm forward, round the spine, and come into your modified side plank. Exhale to lift the top leg above hip level if you can, and lightly tap the floor. Great time here to establish your solid bottom shoulder so there's no collapsing or sinking going on. Let's keep your top leg lifted. Bring your top hand behind your head. Slightly arch the chest, reach behind you with your leg, and knee to chest exhale. Do your very best not to drop the leg here. And set this foot down. Transition to your full side plank. Dip the hips, inhale. Exhale, lift. Small oblique pulses here, keeping your bottom shoulder depressed. Let's stay up in your next lift and continue to your twist. Inhale, open to the ceiling. Exhale, thread underneath you. Inhale, twist open, and slightly pike the hips to twist under. Just a couple more sets. Nice work. Transition through your front plank, back into your downward dog. Rise up onto the heels and set the knees down to sit back and breathe in child's pose. Let's take your hands to the right diagonal here on the floor. Pull away from the hands and sit into your left heel a little deeper. When you feel ready, transition to the other side and breathe into the space you're creating between your ribs. Come back through the centered child's pose for one more breath. Round it up to sitting. We'll transition next to a seated pose, feet in front of you, taking behind your knees with your hands and sitting up tall. Let's inhale and exhale back to a C curve. Let's do a few more just to find your deepest abdominal activation and rounding of your lumbar spine. Try to keep the shoulders down away from your ears and take a pause in your next C curve. Fold your arms in front of you and let's come into some knee taps, lifting each knee to tap your elbows. Try to bring the legs towards you rather than helping them by bringing your chest forward. Let's keep these knee marches going, but add a twist of the upper body. Tap opposite knee and elbow on your exhale. Try to twist from your rib cage and from the obliques rather than from the shoulders. We'll keep the upper body going, let the feet stay on the floor, and feel free to add a little figure of 8 as you reach each elbow down towards the floor. Keep talking to your shoulders. Come back to center. Inhale, reach your arms forward, and exhale to roll all the way down to the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, reverse that path to roll up to sitting. Try not to use momentum either on the way down or on the way up, making your movements the same speed. Focus on the scoop of the abdominals and the articulation of the spine rather than on the swing of the arms. One more set. And we'll continue our roll downs into around the world. Take a tilt to your right. Exhale to your C curve down the right side of the spine. Switch to the left and roll up the left side. Other direction, roll down the left side of the spine to your C curve. Switch and roll up the right. Let's go again to each side. Exhale on the way down. Inhale to transition. Exhale on the way up. And one more time to your left. Reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Deep inhale here. Delay your arms as you roll all the way down to your mat. Interlace your fingertips here, support the back of your head, and step your feet closer to you. Let's take it into some head curls next. Exhale to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. but try not to lead with your chin or elbows. Instead, think sternum or breastbone leading forward. Let's take it into some little pulses, deepening the head curl and your upper abdominal activation. Keep your highest head curl, twist to the right, and begin to bring your right knee to your chest. Inhale, extend long, and exhale, curl it in. Try to think sternum to thigh versus elbow to knee in this twist, so you can access your obliques. Switch through center onto the left side. We continue the same movement. Inhale, extend, and exhale, sternum to thigh. Check that you've still got your apple between your chin and chest and haven't folded your chin or elbow in. We're going to keep your diagonal curl to the left. Stay in this twist and extend your bottom leg forward, coming into crisscross. Exhale to switch sides and add a little double pump. Switch and a double pump to the left. Exhale right and deeper, exhale left and deeper. Keep it going. Come into your single crisscrosses a little bit faster, still thinking sternum to thigh. Exhaling to switch. Well done. Take it down, hug your knees to your chest, and let's finish off with a supine twist. Let your left leg rest on the floor, open the right arm to the side, and take your knee across your chest to your left. Look towards your right arm and try to ground your right shoulder down onto the mat. Deepen your breath cycle with this twist. When you're ready to transition through center, engage the abdominals. Hug this knee into your chest one more time. Take it over to the right side of your rib cage and switch legs when you're ready. Open the left arm out to the side. Bring this knee across your chest. Turn your head towards the left. Try to find your best opposition between your left shoulder and thigh as you slow down your breathing. Come back to center. Take this thigh to the left side of your rib cage. And when you're ready, hug both knees into the chest. Give them a stir. Reverse the stir. And when you feel ready, let's rock and roll up to sitting to finish off this class. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know how you got along in the comments and subscribe to this channel for more future classes. See you next time.